I'm Sarah Cameron and welcome to Eat, Drink and Be Healthy, the show that puts you on the path to a healthier lifestyle with a guide to what you need and what you don't.
And I'm Nigel Barden, and today it's lager and curry all the way. And now there's one woman who's lost 9 stone on such a diet and will be eating what's left of her. And salad days are here for our Charlotte Hindle. Find out how to stay mean and lean with the best in greens.
And if you've got a sweet tooth, then stay tuned as we show you how to conquer those cravings without giving in to devilish desserts and diet-busting snacks. But now, guess who you'll always find in the kitchen at parties?
Well, Oded, welcome. Oded Schwanzen. Let's give you the whole shoot
bit,
and shabangle. Right, I've no idea what we're going to have today, so why don't you enlighten me?
We are going to have fish cakes, but not the traditional one. I'm doing something different, as usual.
I thought you might, Oded.
Now, I'm using 2 kinds of fish because one of them is grouper, and the other one
is a very social
bream.
fish, the grouper.
Very social, yes. Boom, boom.
Yeah, getting the drift.
Yes, and why I'm using those 2 fishes together is that the grouper gives it a bit of body, and the bream gives it the flavour.
So it's grouper and bream, right?
Grouper and bream.
Yeah,
bream.
Oh, hey, calm down, settle.
Now, you just chop it into kind of convenient slices and put them into your food processor. It's much better to do it with mincer because the food processor somehow affects the texture.
Oh, really?
So, and the mincer kind of does it very nicely. And
so big for mince, not so good for processor.
And something that I forgot to say.
It's all right, doesn't matter.
Skin. Most fish have skin.
Yeah.
So what you have to do is just very quickly remove the skin, which is very easily done by gripping the tail and just sliding your knife across the skin.
You make it look easy, I have to say. I've done that before, you know, not had quite so much joy.
Now, to flavour it, very Far Eastern, lemongrass.
Oh, yes.
Now, the lemongrass has to be prepared in a special way because the centre of the lemongrass, this part, is a bit hard. So what you do is just take it out. You see?
It is hard. And it's available in supermarkets this time.
Available in all supermarkets. Chop it into smaller bits and put it in together with the fish. Okay. Now comes the chili. And again, with chili is dangerous to work with.
Yeah, it is.
So to make it a tiny bit milder, you open it and get all the seeds out.
Because that's where the real heat is, isn't it, in this pips?
And be very, very careful not to touch either your eyes or something else because it's very painful.
So, I think we get you. And I know that actually I wear contact lenses and I've a couple of times come to real grief by doing chilies and then whap, and my eyes look like road maps.
The next thing that goes into it is a bit of spring onion with the green because the green gives the mixture a nice colour.
Yeah.
Dill.
Oh, I love the smell of dill. It's
wonderful.
Oh, let's have a whiff of that one.
Very fresh.
Back to our sensuous smells again, aren't we, Eden?
And now, instead of breadcrumb, I'm using bulgur.
Crushed, wheat, isn't it?
Wheat, yes. It's wheat which was previously cooked and then dried and crushed.
Yeah. And why are you using that? Just a bit of variety? Or?
No, I think that it gives it a lighter result. I mean, breadcrumbs are a bit soggy, and the bulgur really keeps in shape and gives it a lovely texture.
Fair enough.
Okay, now I wouldn't do it because it makes horrible noise. So I've done it before, and that's how the mixture should look like.
You probably haven't got a plug on the end of it or something like that, but never mind, I'll take your word for it. Okay.
Shape it into quite thickish cakes because it's finished, the cooking is finished in the oven, so it doesn't have, it's not kneaded well. Okay.
Got great hands, haven't you? Lovely, you're an artist.
Thank you.
It's all right.
Okay, now heat a tiny bit of oil. This frying is done just because otherwise the fish cake will have quite an unpleasant colour. I mean, they'll be white.
Yeah, but olive oil or anything?
Anything. Yeah. I mean, I like using olive oil because, first of all, it's good for you, or supposed to be good for you in small quantities. And secondly, it has flavour.
Yeah, and engine oil takes some pouring, doesn't it?
Okay, now, just fry it enough to have a bit of color.
Yeah.
Okay? I don't know if we'll manage to do it on that.
We can always
heat,
cheat
but
it.
We
doesn't
can
it?
always
We can
cheat
cheat it.
Okay. And then, if you fry all the 4 of them, let's
Yep.
imagine that we fried all
We're
the 4 of
imagining.
them.
Yeah. Till we get a bit, till they're browning up a bit.
Till
Yeah.
we brown a bit. And you add a sauce, which is very simple. Oil,
Yeah.
together with chili, a bit of garlic and a bit of lemongrass, and you just pour it over. Okay.
That smells absolutely. The lemongrass and the chili, just stunning.
Yeah.
Oh.
And you put it into the oven to finish cooking. So
Right.
let me just get rid of that. And there was an oven glove here.
Still
that
is.
I'll get.
One prepared earlier.
One prepared earlier. And it soaks most of the sauce.
Good, firm, very firm. I had a
Now
quick
firm,
feel.
yes. Now firm.
Yeah. You can't beat a good firm cake, can you? Fish cake, that's what I said.
And here you are.
And a mixed
serve it-
salad, and you've got
you
some.
mix-
You've got some
mixed
dill
salad.
on here.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, dill is such a fresh
Oh,
flavour
lovely.
that
Yeah.
it's lovely to add it
Very
to
big in
everything.
Scandinavia.
Yes.
But aren't we all? Here we go. You ought to have
go.
some this time. Yeah. You use the fork. I'll go use my fingers. I don't
Okay.
care. Absolutely horrible. No, actually, it isn't. I've just always wanted to say that. It's very
did.
good. You know,
Good.
I'm
Thank
sorry.
you.
Yeah, 'cause it's got, what I like about it is that it's got a good texture, and I do enjoy the bulgur. The fact you haven't used the breadcrumbs, it's a lighter feel to it. The fish is there, but the chili and the lemongrass really come through. So it's a bit of a fish cake with a kick, and nothing wrong about that. So now thank you, Ed. Thank you. Let's find out how to turn your friends green with envy and get rid of fish cake from your mouth with Sarah and Charlotte and some wise buys.
Right, Charlotte, hi.
Hi,
What are
hello.
we looking at today? What are we testing?
Well, very healthy, very crunchy.
Oh.
Salad.
I always get the healthy ones.
Salad, but don't think, salad, boring, because it's not. You can have all sorts of exciting leaves in them. Now, these are the pre-packed salads that you can buy from the supermarket, and they've all got 4 different types of leaves in them.
So these are just lettuce bags or cabbage
Yeah, the
bags?
mixed salad
They're not
bags.
the tomatoes
you know.
and the
no.
celery or anything like that.
I mean, you can't pre-cut tomatoes just do not work. Stay away from those.
That's
Cut your
obviously
own
what I'm doing
tomato.
wrong.
Yeah, they go like cotton wool.
Okay.
No, but anyway, the first one we have is Safeways, which is 350 grams and it's £1.59.
Right.
And it's got red cabbage and iceberg lettuce, cos and endive.
Right.
Rather a lot of cos. Rather than and rather a lot of iceberg. And the problem with iceberg is that it makes it go watery. I mean,
so iceberg is the
do you
really
want to eat
crispy.
that, really?
No,
Well,
this-
iceberg is the crispy one, but it's a bit.
It keeps its
a bit,
shape though, doesn't it? I mean, some of the others do go a bit
just
limp.
like us.
Yes, indeed.
But there's rather a lot of
Cabbage in there.
cabbage, a lot of
Yeah.
red cabbage, and I don't really like the red cabbage. It takes a bit of. There's a lot of getting through it. Really.
So value for money, how does that stand
Well,
up
I don't think it's very good value for money at all because it's 10p more than the Sainsbury's
for the same weight?
for the same weight.
Right.
So now the
Okay.
Sainsbury's has in it, again, red and white cabbage and radicchio and frise. Now the frise is a little bit different. Have a taste of that.
So this hasn't got any
Excuse my
cos in it?
fingers. No, this doesn't have cos or iceberg in it. It's frise, and the frise is really nice.
quite
It's got a peppery,
Bittery, sort of peppery.
peppery taste to it,
Yeah, it's quite strong though.
which I quite like. I mean, it depends what you like. But I think it looks quite pretty.
It is actually.
And
Very
also
pretty
it's
on the
quite
plate.
manageable. Exactly, it's pretty on the plate. But, I mean, look at that. I mean, who really wants to eat a great big lump of cabbage like that? But just try it because, have a little bit. It's very sweet.
But do you think that's why people buy these? Because you'd buy this and it would look pretty on the plate rather than buying separate lettuce, then buying a bit of cabbage and then trying
Well,
to create this effect of frilly lettuce, do you think?
It's convenience,
That's
isn't
quite
it,
nice.
really? I mean, I wouldn't advise people necessarily to buy it ready cut and made. I'd, go to a supermarket or your local greengrocer because they always have a really wide variety of interesting lettuces.
But won't you end up with piles and piles of lettuce left over? I mean,
Not
isn't
if you eat it. I mean,
not that
if you're
interesting
on your
though,
own,
is it?
if you're
Okay,
on your own,
okay.
or there's just two of you, then
Yeah.
perhaps it is good value. Because,
If you eat
know,
lettuce,
can
you will
have-
be on your own all the time because nobody'd want to live with you.
No, it's
Asda.
great because you can have
This
all sorts
one.
of dressings and things.
I don't believe you.
Asda, now you only get 200 grams for your £1.49, so again, it's a lot more expensive.
Right.
In here, we've got red cabbage, white cabbage, endive and radicchio. Now, this radicchio is quite, look, if you compare the two, this radicchio is
Why is
sort
that
of,
so much darker? Does that mean it's got more nutrients and things in it?
well, that's the good thing, maybe. I think it's just probably been in the packets a bit longer.
The horrible thing about these packets is that they do go slimy. Like one of the lettuces will go slimy and then
Yeah.
you can't eat the rest.
You obviously have kept yours in
I
the fridge
have.
for far too long.
I get a
You've
week
got to
later.
eat, a month and a half. They do go slimy, yeah. But the thing I don't like about the Asda one
Right.
is that they're quite big. You know, we've just split that up. You know, it's difficult to put it on a plate because they're huge, big chunks.
They are
You know,
rather.
they're
So you'd end up sort of like shredding it up a bit more, which defeats the object. Really,
yeah.
which you
But
may
the
as well.
endive is nice. It gives it a bit spicy flavour.
But that's
again,
got no
yeah.
cost in it either. After that first one, you
Yeah,
were
well, I
very
don't like the
anti-cost.
well, I am anti-cost.
And what about
You can
this one?
Well, no, I'm not anti-cost. I'm anti-iceberg. Cost is quite nice.
Iceberg.
Iceberg is the watery one that
Tasteless.
adds everything out, you know,
Yeah.
and doesn't do much.
What's this one?
This is Florette.
Florette.
Now, Florette has escarole lettuce.
Excuse me.
I've never heard of that one before. I'm not
Where's
sure
that
what
come
it
from?
is. The ground. It comes from the ground.
Welcome to Charlotte's Corner.
Frise lettuce again, radicchio and sugarloaf lettuce. Now, apparently sugarloaf lettuce is a bit like Kos lettuce, but if you try it, I think you'll find that that's a bit of it. It's quite sweet. It's,
Where did all these lettuces come from? Because up until a few years ago, literally there were 3 types of lettuce on our shelves in the supermarket.
Well, it's the same as everything, isn't it? We are becoming much
don't
more
like that.
adventurous, much more interested in food. Radicchio, though, I mean, spot the radicchio. I found in the whole bag 1 piece.
Really? So what do you think of this then as a whole? Florette?
Well, I like the sugarloaf. I
rubbish.
quite like that, but it's not very manageable. I've actually cut a bit of it up because
So
there
which
are
is your favourite?
huge pieces. I have to go for the Sainsbury's, I think, even though
Sainsbury's with
radicchio's
the
a bit
dark and dingy radicchio.
red, but it's manageable and it looks nice. And the Frise, I have to say, looks the best. I
Well,
think.
thank you very much.
Pleasure.
Sainsbury's it is. Well, time for us to take a break for a couple of minutes. Coming up, we'll be meeting the brother and sister whose unusual curry and lager diet helped them lose 12 stone. We'll see you then.
Welcome back to round 2 of Eat, Drink and Be Healthy, where you're guaranteed a good clean bite. As we're looking at sweet treats which won't pile on that flab, I'm over the sugary moon to welcome our own little sweetie, our health high priestess, Anne-Marie Gardner. What are these all about? Are these alternatives to sweets?
Well, I have some good news for you.
Great.
Health food can actually be good for you.
No.
That's what I'm going to tell you about.
By the way, looking very Hollywood today. Funny, because I know you come from Boston, but it's very good. Anyway, move
Thank you,
on.
don't
Move on.
insult
Sorry.
me. The East Coast, sorry.
It's all right, it's all right.
And we know much more about health, and this is why I can get away with saying what I'm about to tell you. This is marshmallows, licorice, jelly beans. If you
Okay.
have a sweet tooth, you can actually substitute chocolate or cookies or ice cream with some things that are still, they have sugar in them, but they don't have as much fat in them.
Oh, I love
So-
licorice, so I can munch on this and it's good.
Licorice, it only has about 30 calories in that, and there's no fat. But, I mean, don't eat 50 of them.
Just 30.
Just exactly. So you won't gain as much weight. The marshmallows, 21 calories each, no fat, pure sugar. So if you don't want sugar, don't eat them, but there's no fat in them.
Multiple.
So you'll probably burn them off. Jelly beans, these are my favorite. You can have these, no fat in these, sugar. The best ones are the gourmet ones.
So these aren't little fat babies then? These they look fat, but they're not fat.
No, they're not fat. There's no fat in these.
They're
Just a
not
lot of
fat, you little
sugar.
green
So you can
baby.
eat these. You'll rot your teeth, but
Yeah.
you won't gain any fat. So
Get some more.
yeah, the other trick, if you really want to go healthy, is have some grapes. There's a lot of sugar in grapes, but it's natural sugar.
Natural
so,
fruit sugar, yeah.
Yeah, so grapes are okay. They curb your sweet tooth.
Raisins, sultanas.
are the same. There's a lot of sugar in them, but they taste like you're eating candy because it's so sweet.
There again, if you're in like Eskimos, they give their kids whale blubber as sweeties. But there again, that's why we're not living in Iceland,
Exactly,
isn't
that's
it?
why we're here.
I don't think
and
we
so
are.
so we get to England now. So
Yeah.
we go back to tea cakes and cakes, right? The malt raisin. This is called a
Malt loaf, this
is
one.
a malt loaf.
Yeah, it is.
And
And these are tea cakes, or
Yeah.
fruit tea cakes, that's what we call
They're
them.
not so bad for you. They actually are made with raisins. This is made with malt and sugar. That has 100 calories in it.
Can you slap, can you slap like a margarine or an olive-based spread on it?
Right, but that's going to add fat. But you could put
A little bit?
of
Teeny
jam.
bit of jam. Okay, but that's got a bit of sugar in it.
Has sugar in
but
it
some of those
again.
can have the low sugar ones. Can't
Exactly. You
You
can get some with no sugar. It has just fruit. It's just
That-
made
this
with
is
fruit.
fascinating.
Now that,
To missus.
See how exciting
Something
it
went
is?
off. Must get my armpits seen to. Sorry.
Calm down.
Yeah.
Okay. This is a substitute for ice cream. No
Yes.
wonder you're excited.
I am indeed. Gosh.
So this is frozen blueberries. This
Yeah.
is my trick because I love ice cream. But if you keep eating ice cream, you don't want to go out in a bathing suit in the summer, right?
Right, no. I
Exactly.
don't wear my bathing suit
So
this summer.
instead, you have frozen blueberries or frozen fruit.
Very big in
and
Scandinavia.
that's yogurt. That's yogurt. It's not
Yogurt?
cream. It looks like whipped cream. Are you fooled? And it gives you that feeling of having ice cream in your mouth. So you have to know all the tricks. The other one that is great is you can get frozen fruit bars now. These are the fruit popsicles made with fruit juice.
And you ram one in your
Um,
mouth, because I've done all the eating. Well, you
And okay, no, I'll give you. You keep going. That's all right. You're doing very well at it. These have 40 calories.
oh, they're good.
No
They're very
fat.
fruity, though, aren't they? There's
Yeah.
no you don't get a big sugary hit.
There is sugar in that, but it's made with fruit juice, so it's a
Oh.
natural sugar again. But you don't get any fat. So if you eat an ice cream bar with ice cream, there you go.
yummy.
See, you're learning. You have to make it up. So basically, you take what you like, your favorite foods, and then you just try to substitute something for them. But the trick again
I
is
quite like your shirt. Can I have that? We can't. No more. That's enough. I'm just over low sugared and healthy. It's marvellous. Over to Sarah for some dieting do's and don'ts.
We're going to find out about how brother and sister Martin and Eileen indulged in their passion for curry and lager and still managed to lose a combined weight of over 12 stone. It's just one of the more unusual diets around at the moment, including a doner kebab and pizza diet. And we're joined by dietitian Nora Lane and Stuart Hayton from the NHS to discuss these unusual regimes. Nora, you must be the most popular woman in the country. Curry and lager diet.
Well, I hope so, Sarah. Yes, people love their own particular foods, and as a dietitian, I try to adapt a diet to suit their particular likes.
So they can have their junk food and they can still lose weight, is that what you're saying?
Certainly, because most of the food classed as junk isn't junk.
Right.
It's carefully controlled in a special eating plan, a healthy eating plan, and then they're fine, and when you get them losing a few pounds, you can teach them a little more.
OK, now we've got a picture of Eileen who's sitting next to you, who's one of your successes. It's on the screen now, a before picture, the dreaded before picture. Let's have a look at Eileen now. You look fantastic.
Thank you.
OK, how much have you lost
9.5 stone.
on one of Nora's diets?
Yeah.
And your brother as well is a famous fan of the curry and lager diet. Tell us about your weight loss, Martin.
Yeah, I lost 2 stone, 10 pound. And I work in pubs, so I didn't want to give my beer up. So, I mean, pub manager, you've got to have a drink, so...
So
the
on
lager
an
came
average
in.
day, what would you be eating? Tell me about your average day. Talk us through the diet.
Well, a cold breakfast, cornflakes, cereal, any single cereal like that, and then onto maybe a sandwich for lunch, steak and jacket for my tea.
So where does the curry and the beer fit in?
Well, the beer, at night when I'm working, I'm on the bar, got to have a couple of drinks to be sociable, so I'll have a couple of bottles of pills. The lager, every now and then I'll have, maybe once a week,
Right.
I'll have a mild curry.
Nora, I mentioned just then we had a pizza and a doner kebab diet. Now, that sounds really interesting. I'm interested in the pizza diet myself. Tell me about that.
Well, basically, it's the same thing. What we do, if you analyse a person's likes and dislikes, Sarah, and you really talk them through what they're doing right, what they're doing wrong. If somebody comes in and they really love pizzas, as you do, well, obviously, you have to adapt a pizza in with their diet. So what we do is make adjustments, give them a really healthy breakfast, like obviously Martin was saying, a cereal, but not the sugar-coated types,
Right.
basically. Then what we do is give them a healthy lunch and make up for the fact that that is very, very low in calories and low in carbohydrate, and then their evening meal would be their choice. Their
Right.
choice. And then they tend to find, if you allow them the pizza, or like you say, the doner kebab or the curry, people have different choices. And I've found in 22 years' experience that if you say to somebody, no, you're not having that, they won't even start a plan.
Right. Stuart, you're the NHS dietitian here, the independent observer. What do you think of all of this?
It seems like quite a sensible approach to me. I mean, I think the key thing is that people have got to be able to sustain it. There's no point giving somebody an eating plan that they can only manage for a day or two. So you've got to build things in to the diet that they're going to like and they're going to enjoy. And I think enjoyment is a big part of it. And so long as the meal plan is balanced, so that you're getting all your nutrients, you're getting a good amount of starchy food, you're getting plenty of fruit and veg, you're getting your dairy products, you're getting your protein foods like your meat, fish, chicken, then as long as you're getting all those things, then having something that you might consider a bit fatty or a bit sugary now and again is fine, no problem.
Give me some examples of some other good diet plans that people would enjoy, that you would advocate.
Well, we don't have a particular name for them. I mean, what we would call them really is just a good, balanced, healthy eating plan. It doesn't have a particular name like a curry diet or a pizza diet, but they could certainly incorporate curries, pizzas. You know, most foods really could be incorporated into a sensible eating plan because it's what you do for most of the time that's important. It's not what you just do occasionally. So long as you're not having a curry every day that's swimming in fat or whatever, then you're going to be okay. If you just have it occasionally, and then again, you can make healthy choices. Right. You know, you could have boiled rice instead of fried rice. You could have plenty of bread with it instead of some of the fried snacks.
Okay, so I've lost all this weight on this pizza diet, which I'm going to get from Nora afterwards. And now how do I sustain my weight loss without being tempted to just go back and have a regular pizza?
First thing I would say is that you don't need to lose any weight.
Sweet. Thank you, Stuart.
But assuming that you had lost some weight and you wanted to maintain it, then I think it's important to look at it in terms of a whole lifestyle. You've got to look at certainly the food that you're eating,
right.
and that eating plan is designed to be sustainable. But you've also got to look at things like physical activity as well, keeping active, doing plenty of walking, swimming if you enjoy it, cycling, things like that, even gardening. So, you know, that again, you've got to look at it overall.
Yeah. So, Eileen and Martin, you've lost this weight, you look fantastic. How do you sustain it yourselves?
Just by really the exercise, the healthy eating, just keeping to sensible eating, just having the curries once a week, you know, at the weekend you can have a drink, an extra drink, you know. But the exercise is the important bit because you've got to do the extra exercise just to maintain it.
Walking to the pub, that kind of thing.
Well, I live there anyway, so
well, there you go.
So walk downstairs.
How would you just put that in a nutshell, Stuart, in terms of healthy eating? What would you...
Like I was saying before, I mean, the five sort of key points that I would say is eat plenty of starchy foods like your bread, cereals, potatoes, pasta, rice. Eat plenty of fruit and veg, right. 5 portions a day if you can manage it, because they're very good for you. Plenty of dairy foods, low-fat varieties, and that's the key thing to go for there.
Yeah.
The meat, the fish and the chicken, again, go for the low-fat options.
Thank you.
Save your treats.
Excellent with that advice. Thank you very much.
Well, time, gentlemen, please, and ladies, of course. That's all for us today. I know how the time shoots by, but make sure that you join us next time. And until then, eat, drink, and most of all, be healthy.